So, John, you think this is the beginning of the road into
Yes.
Mount Brown House?
This is the original road that was coming into Mount Brown House, into where I showed you, it was coming off the up to the field and up over the bridge.
Yeah. And you can see the stables from here, actually.
Yes, you can. Now,
and there's something you see in the
yes, there is
bushes here, yeah.
There is the traces of a building here, and my father used to say it was a gatehouse for the gatekeeper, because the original Mount Brown gates were supposed to be here.
They all the big houses had gatekeepers and gatehouses and all that. Yeah.
And if you look up there, where the chestnut trees are,
Yeah.
there was a house under them as well.
Yeah. See the trees.
Yeah. Now, again, there's no trace of the house anymore, unfortunately. But there was a house there, and my father said that it was supposed to be like a herdsman's house.
Okay.
Yeah.
So all this land that we can see around belonged to them.
Yes.
The Browns
Yes.
at the time, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And eventually these Browns ended up in Westport. Well, maybe not these Browns, but descendants of these Browns.
They'd be cousins.
They'd be cousins.
They'd be cousins. Yes, they were. And if you turn around now and face this way, this is the old Argower Road.
Oh, this one down here, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So Kinlough is just over there now beside the...
Kinlough is the other side of that ditch, basically.
And that's the old Argower Road.
This was part of the original Argower Road.
Mm-hmm.
And this will bring you up by the cemetery.
And can you go straight through? You can?
You can still walk up. But you wouldn't be able to drive up during the winter months. You'd drive up maybe in the summer months, all right,
Right.
in the fine weather.
Is it muddy?
It's muddy at the
Well,
moment.
there's a bit muddy there behind you. You can see
Yeah,
it
it
there.
is muddy there behind me, is right.
Mm-hmm.
But during the summer months, you'll be able to drive up.
Yeah,
And
okay.
it'll bring you into Argower village by the new cemetery.
And what's the name of the townland in there behind you? Is that where Sean Langan's house is?
Yes, correct. That's bringing us up by Sean Langan.
And just bring you up by Sean Langan's house?
Yes,
Oh,
right,
okay, right,
yeah.
yeah.
Again, the foliage is covering it, but there's a stone-built wall going from more or less the entrance to Mount Brown and going along here to the turn.
Yeah.
And that stone wall, there's a big drop inside, and down some yards then is the river. Now that area was supposed to be for collecting animals such as deer.
They would have a deer park then, were they, around here, no?
Yes, there was.
This is Deer Park, right?
Deer Park, yes.
This is Deer Park. Oh, okay.
Kinlough Lough and the outside areas around that was known as the Deer Park.
Yeah.
And we locally do refer to it as the Deer Park rather than Kinlough Lough.
I've heard that. I hear people calling it the Deer Park Lake or whatever.
Yes,
yeah.
they do, yeah.
Yeah.
They do.
Any fish in it?
There is fish in it. They haven't been stocked in years.
Mm.
They used to be stocked one time.
Yeah, it was a very popular fishing place.
Yeah.
For a while, yeah.
Yeah. But that's why the wall is so big and such a big drop.
Big drop.
I presume to stop the deers from jumping over.
And would that belong to the Browns?
Yes.
They own that, yeah.
Browns, yes.
Okay, so actually most of the estates seem to have a deer park, didn't they? Yeah.
Yeah, they seem to have. Yeah.
Mm.
But if you were looking at their diets for those years, they would have been using venison a lot
Okay. Then the menu.
on the menu.
Yeah. Not for everybody.
No, wasn't for it was only for the elite. And
Not
the
everybody,
elite.
yeah.
Yes.
Well done anyway. Very interesting evening, and thanks a million.
Well, thanks. My pleasure.
And hopefully for posterity.
Hopefully, Ollie, now.
Yeah.
It's all my pleasure as regards trying to help you out.
Came from. So John, where the road? This was the entrance, you think, up to?
Yes, Ollie, I was saying earlier on that the Mount Brown Road, the alignment is totally different from nowadays. In the era of the Browns, when they were landlords, the road came from behind you and it came in this gateway under where the troughs, and that bridge that we were looking at earlier on, that's it from this side up to the house, and the house was up there in the brae.
And the house was to the left of the stables.
Yes, to the left of the stables, kind of at the back of where that ESP pole is.
Yeah. Now, where your own house is more or less.
Yes, yeah,
Up around that
in
area.
between the
up there.
two, sandwiched in there.
In there, yeah.
Yeah. In the winter months, when the grass was very short, when I had sheep here now,
Yeah?
the sheep would lie here in the evening.
Yeah.
Yeah, during the winter months. But it is drier, you see.
Hmm.
Because you had the stone and gravel underneath.
And do you think there's stone and gravel down there? There is.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you can see a little lift on it there, can't you? You can see a little elevation on
Yeah,
it.
yeah, the elevation. It's not maybe not as prominent now as it used to be, but
Yeah, I can see it. Yeah, I
Yeah.
can see it. Yeah.
Years ago it was very prominent. I suppose it's like everything else.
There was a little curve on it, wasn't there?
Yeah,
According to the painting that's up there, there's a
Yeah.
nice curve on it.
Well, they'd have the camber on the track anyway, so that the rainwater would dissipate.
Would fall off it, yeah.
Yeah.
So this is the Kinlouis River. It comes down here,
Yeah. That's the Kinlouis Loch. That's
back up behind us.
a mile up the river from you.
Yeah.
Or thereabouts.
So that's the bridge in there. No, it's
Yeah,
hard,
that's the bridge.
difficult to see it, but
It is with undergrowth at the moment.
but there's a nice arch in there, isn't there?
There is, yeah.
Yeah, a nice clean arch in it. Yeah.
Yeah. Someday you have the Wellingtons with you. When the river is low, you can come and take a photograph under the arch. If
You
you
go
want.
under the arch, yeah. And then the new bridge on the road below then, I suppose, is it?
Yeah, well, that's a new one.
That's a new one, yeah.
Fairly new anyway, like,
Yeah.
you know. Built by Mayo County Council.
Oh, the arch is quite big down here, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Is it the same height on the far side? Well, probably is, isn't it?
Probably the same, yeah.
Mm.
I remember,
Amazing to imagine that's over 300 years old, isn't it?
yeah, I remember my father working on this bridge, doing a bit of repair work on it years ago. 'Cause it
Yeah.
was- oh, yeah.
Mm.
Helping my father during the summer months to do the repair work on this when I was a young lad. That'd be about 1973 or 74, I'd say.
And were you underneath it? You were?
Yeah, we were underneath it. We just dug down, and he was putting in concrete to support the original structure that was there at the time.
Stones were coming loose.
The storms, well, over the preceding years, like the stormwater had eroded some of the stones from under the foundations.
And could you bring heavy loads over that now? You could?
Well, that's what he was concerned about at the time. He said, if we don't do something with the bridge, it's going to collapse.
Okay.
And he wanted it for the livestock, and he would never allow me to go over it with the tractor.
Would he not?
No. Although in more recent years, tractors and trailers with silage and everything went over.
He was a careful man, obviously.
Ah, yeah, he was, yeah.